Do you know what is God's plan for you? Are your plans in sync with His plans? Hi, this is Salvacion Plasor ang tuwa ko, or Doc Baby, or simply Baby. Welcome once again to this Connecting the Dots channel, where I talk about stories, moments, insights, lessons, encounters that are dots, and all of these dots are connected to God. And if you're interested in dots like this, then please click subscribe and ring the bell so that you will be notified of new videos coming up. Thank you. Would you believe that I only learned of God's plan for me late in my life? However, I only have a general idea of what this plan is. And every day, He unravels the details. So, there are surprises every day, and that's why I'm always excited to wake up. There is something that I have to look forward to every day. Isn't that exciting? It is really only lately that I was able to connect the dots in my life. And that's when I got a glimpse of what God's plan is for me. But why will you bother to listen to what God's plan is for me? What has it got to do with you? Well, because your story might be similar to mine. And if you have not yet gone through some of these events in your life, then consider it as a heads up for you so that you will have something exciting to look forward to. Don't you agree? Actually, just started to think seriously about God's plan for me when my husband died in 2017. During the funeral mass, one of the readings was from Ecclesiastes 3. And I remember thinking then that I have to look again at this reading and think about it, because it kind of struck a chord in me. And so I thought at that time that that is something significant, a reading that I should ponder on for a longer time. And I think maybe you are familiar with Ecclesiastes 3, verses 1 to 8 and 11 to 15, right? Anyway, let me read these verses here. It's a little long, but I cannot cut it short because everything is important. Okay? So here goes. For everything, there is a season, a time for every purpose under heaven, a time to be born, and a time to die, a time to plant, and a time to pluck up that which is planted, a time to kill, and a time to heal, a time to break down, and a time to build up, a time to weep, and a time to laugh, a time to mourn, and a time to dance, a time to cast away stones, and a time to gather stones together, a time to embrace, and a time to refrain from embracing, a time to seek and a time to lose, a time to keep and a time to cast away, a time to tear and a time to sue, a time to keep silence and a time to speak, a time to love and a time to hate, a time for war and a time for peace. He has made everything beautiful in its time. He has also set eternity in their hearts. Yet, so that man can't find out the work that God has done from the beginning even to the end. I know that there is nothing better for them than to rejoice and to do good as long as they live. Also, that every man should eat and drink and enjoy good in all his labor is the gift of God. I know that whatever God does, it shall be forever. Nothing can be added to it, nor anything taken from it. And God has done it that men should fear before him. That which is has been long ago, and that which is to be has been long ago. God seeks again that which is passed away. When I finally sat down to pray and meditate over those verses, several months after my husband's death, then everything made sense to me. There is really a time for everything, and God's time is always perfect. For example, if Rico was able to survive his cardiac problem then he might have been around during this lockdown, and it would have been very hard for all of us, for him and for us. It would have been very agonizing, because then he was undergoing dialysis, and you know how hard it is during this lockdown period. You cannot easily go back and forth to the hospital. So it's really best that God took him then. I am really thankful that he did not have to suffer through all of these difficulties during this lockdown period. God really knows best. And 4 years after my husband's death, I have written 2 books. I have opened a Heaven on Earth Center for Health, Healing, and Wellness the Natural Way. And I have started this YouTube channel, Connecting the Dots. Somehow, God has kept me busy with all these projects. And they say that if you lose something or someone very special and precious, this usually signals the start of a new birth, a new beginning. And I can say that this is really true for myself. Somehow, it feels that this is God's plan for me. Then, if I did not have a deep and strong relationship with God during this pandemic, then I would have been stressed just like the others. But because of this deep and strong relationship with God, I am not stressed at all. I am at peace. And I just put all my trust to God. I know that He will take care of all of us. He will take care of me and my family. I just know it in my heart. And I put all my trust in Him. When I look at my life now, I am able to connect all the dots, and I find that I have so much to be thankful for. So, with several more Bible verses to comfort me. For example, Isaiah 58 verse 11 says, Yahweh will guide you always and give you relief in desert places. He will strengthen your bones. He will make you as a watered garden, like a spring of water whose waters never fail. According to Psalm 33 verse 11, but His plan stands forever, and His heart's design through all generations. These are just some of the verses that I hold on to. There are more, and I will place some of them here in the descriptions below. I know that this is a little long now, so I invite you to talk to God and also develop a deep and strong relationship with Him. When you do, you will be at peace in the same way that I am at peace. God knows what is best for us, and He gives everything to us at the perfect time. God's time is always perfect, just as what is stated in Ecclesiastes 3. Thank you for staying with me, and thank you for all your support. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for sharing my videos with others. If you haven't subscribed yet, then please click subscribe and ring the bell also so that you will be notified of new videos coming up. I'll see you next time. Bye. Thank you very much. Bye.